We're spending more time on social media than ever before, and recent studies show Americans are scrolling one or more of the apps TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat for an average of 2 hours a day.
Yeah, the numbers are even higher for adults, if you can believe it, ages 18 to 24. And yet for many, our online manners leave a lot to be desired. So joining us live today to discuss this is our etiquette expert, Thomas Farley.
Oh, good. We've talked about this. I didn't know it was actually happening today. I'm so excited.
We're so happy to have you.
Me too. You know, of course, I've been out to the studios in Denver a couple of times, but it's so wonderful to have a real in-person-ish conversation with you both.
Yes, and we need this because I'm one of these people who 2 hours is probably light work for me. I feel like sometimes I can get on for 3 hours and, you know, be scrolling and just having a blast. But what are some of the behaviors that maybe we're doing that aren't the best that we don't even realize?
That's right, Alex. So I think, you know, it starts off with, for me, not getting into an opinion war with someone who's a perfect stranger. So I see this a lot, whether it's on Facebook or Instagram. We dive into the comments and someone we don't even know has made a comment we disagree with, and we feel like we can't help ourselves. And we're jumping in and we're suddenly criticizing people's own profiles, their viewpoints, their looks. It's really awful. And then it just sinks from there. So I think there's a whole lot of venom out there when it comes to people that we don't even know, and probably things that we would never say to someone's face because they're an anonymous individual. We feel it's okay. We can just speak our mind. And I think that's really unfortunate.
I agree with you tenfold there. What about when posting? Do you have any etiquette tips when someone's about to post?
Yes, Sam. So particularly if this is going to be something that you're tagging, it's a photograph, maybe it was an event that not everyone in your friendship circle was invited to, and you putting a photograph up, suddenly others are seeing it and they're feeling that they were left out. Maybe it's a photograph where you look great, but maybe somebody else in the picture doesn't look so great, or they're a little bit more private. So I think especially when it's a photograph, we've got our phones right there. Hey, Sam, Alex, would it be okay if I posted this image? Get there, go ahead, and then you're good to go. But otherwise, I would avoid posting something you haven't gotten their permission on.
Okay, so I have a personal question that I want to ask you because I'm really bad at this. Like whenever you post something and people respond to you like, oh, amazing, or you look so beautiful, da, da, da. Do you have to respond to every single message that people have? Because I'm really bad about that. And then months later, I'll be like, oh gosh, I wish I would respond to that nice message from someone, and I just didn't, and then I feel like it's too late. Are there etiquette rules about responding to people's posts or comments on your post? Did I say that right?
It's difficult, especially if you really have a lot of followers and you want to show that the comments are acknowledged and appreciated. I think at the very least, a like is the bare minimum. That takes a millisecond to do. But if someone clearly has put in a lot of effort, whether it's a stranger or someone you really value near and dear, I think it's a nice thing to at least periodically not just respond to their comments, but think about putting something on their posts occasionally too. It shouldn't be a one-sided relationship. Even if it's just somebody who's a fan from afar, those posts from you all, I think, can make a big difference for somebody who's following you that closely and cares that much and is clearly putting in the effort. We can put a little effort in, at least periodically. It goes a long way.
Reciprocate. I like that. That's good advice. Thank you for entertaining my question.
And then we just have about 30 seconds, but really quickly, some people will take the time to post something very vulnerable or a big life event. Is there an etiquette to follow with these types of posts?
Yeah, Sam. So I think, sometimes really picking up the phone and having a conversation is so preferable to HBD on someone's birthday or RIP when someone has a loved one who's passed away. Let's not forget that we still are human beings, and as much as social can bring us together and tell us things we might not know about otherwise, that human connection is still vital, and there's no substitute for hearing a voice, seeing a face, or feeling that comforting hand on a shoulder.
That's great advice. Thank you for spending time with us today. You have to come back and, physically be in studio one of these days, but it was great to have you on Zoom today,
I look forward to it. Thank you both.
Thank you.